Celebrations of the university. Now, members of the Fort Hare alumni say they're looking forward to today's celebrations. President Jacob Zuma and Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe are expected to address delegates, alumni, students and the public in general. This report was filed by Eldrin Sampier. Let's take a look. All right, we'll have to see that a little bit later on. I believe that our reporters, Busisiwe Jimsana, as well as presenters, Pale SABC, as well as Peter Ndoro, they have been bringing us all of the action from Fort Hare. So let's check in with them and find out what they've got for us.
Well, there you have it. That's the Fort Hare University Choir mesmerizing us with beautiful music, I must say, as the university is celebrating 100 years of existence. We are still coming to you live from Fort Hare University in Alice in the Eastern Cape. So we've requested that if you are one of the alumni or maybe just a member of the public and you want to share with us your stories on Fort Hare University, do that. Use hashtag #MyFortHare. And I was just browsing through Twitter, my Twitter now, trying to see on as a morning live SABC what people are saying regarding the celebrations here. Harold Maluka is saying our heritage, our history, and some of the comments coming out here is from Asad Barat, who's saying, remember being taken on a private tour of the campus by the late Mike Stofile with an alumni that so many would love to have. Koli Mata says, I remember fondly my late sister visiting me at Fort Hare, bringing me new clothes and new shoes. So those are some of the Twitter people tweeting here using hashtag #MyFortHare. You can also do that so that we can also read your tweets here on Morning Live. Well, let's talk to some of the people who've been at this university, who actually has got stories to share with us as to how the university was back then. With me here is Nebole Khwabe. She is an alumni. You came to the university back between 1980 and 1984.
Yes, I was doing library science and I majored in library science, psychology and sociology.
Well, thank you very much and good morning to you. Now, tell us, how were things back then?
Life was very easy. There were challenges and students were protesting. We were definitely protesting. I remember in 1980, 81, I was very, very young, extremely young at that time. And we were talking about the importance of releasing our leaders. Remember, there was a strike of releasing Mandela. And I'm from Pretoria, and my Xhosa was -1. And therefore, I came here, started learning Xhosa. And I remember when we were fighting, some of the things that we were saying, we wanted education, yes. I mean, all the way from Pretoria, more than 2,000 kilometers to here to study. But issues of liberation were quite important and critical. And as we were striking, one of the things that we said is we were saying, inkululeko ngoku, i-degree ngomso. Mar, we also understood the importance of being educated. One of the things that I remember then, the soldiers, police from Ciskei, Service Police, were actually fighting with us. They were beating the hell out of us. And they used to actually say they'll hit us and just destroy us so that when we fall, BA, angithi degree is a BA. The B will fall this side, A, that side. It wouldn't be BA, it will be AB. That's one of the things that they did. But there was a lot of, we blended very well with people from across the country. There were some people also from Africa. And I think for me, one of the things that made me want to come to study at Fort Hare, it was the history of the legacy, the history of the university with all the important political principles, Nelson Mandela, Oliver Tambo, Robert Sobukwe, Steve Biko. So it was the historical importance of the university.
Okay, I wanted to talk about the historical part of things. Looking back 100 years back at the university, surely you were telling us about the memories that you still hold of the university, but how are things now? Back then you were fighting for freedom, as you were saying, that freedom now and the degree we'll see tomorrow. But if you were to compare the circumstances currently and then?
Issues of transformation, because even then it was transformation. Issues of transformation of higher education is critical and it's important, and we know it and we are seeing it. But I think for me, one of the critical things is how do we carry our messages across? I honestly believe that if in 1980, had we destroyed the university, people who came in 1985 and the people who are here now would not have had this beautiful institution to study from. So for me, the most important thing is I really think if we need to engage if issues of transformation, important, critical, but how do we do it? Do we really have to destroy? Is it helping, or because we are destroying our own legacy? I mean, we've just said it now. This is the University of Mandela, University of Mugabe, University of Cesare Zakama, of Tambo, a university that produced 5 presidents, right? Do we want to destroy that university?
And the destruction of infrastructure is what we are currently seeing, not here at Fort Hare University necessarily, but across the country. So you're basically saying that there would not have been Fort Hare University had you students of that time gone about destroying property.
Yeah, I'm saying exactly that. But more than that, I'm saying those who are destroying property now, history will judge them, because their children and their children's children and grandchildren and would not have these institutions because and I hope at that time they will take responsibility. They will come and say, I so-and-so was there to destroy Fort Hare, to destroy UJ, to destroy, because it can't be that. We all fight, but when you fight, you don't destroy.
Okay, the issues of financial challenges, I mean, that's quite an obstacle, I must say, to higher education currently. Back then, how were things?
Okay, there were bursaries. There were people who were struggling, but most people also had access to bursaries. So for me, I think issues of finances will always be there. But what is different now is we have NEFSAS, and the government is doing what it can do, the best is it can, to actually make sure that they make education accessible to everybody, and more especially the poor. I mean, last year there were the Fees Must Fall campaign. The president listened. There were no fee increases. The department has given money to universities to make sure that they close the gap. So I think that students are complaining, but government is responding. And somehow, I don't know, I actually have a feeling that when people want this much, you give them this much, just as you're giving, they're stretching it. Just as you're giving, they're stretching it. Yeah.
Okay, enough on frustrating matters now. Back to the celebrations today. Are you looking forward to the day? We do have the president who will be delivering the keynote address. The president of Zimbabwe, who is an alumni as well, will also be here talking to the former students of the university.
I'm very excited. I mean, how often do you have 2 presidents at one place addressing the people? And I think as South Africa, I think we should be very, very proud. We also have the AU chair amongst us. So all the important people, That
shows how important the Fort Hare University is, isn't it?
Exactly. So I think we should be, I know we've got our differences, but I think just for today, just for today, let's put them aside and enjoy and let us celebrate. Not celebrate with South Africa, not celebrate with Africa, this being Africa Month, but celebrate with the world just for today. I wish to say every day, but not for vandaag, just for today. Let's just put our differences and be one.
Okay, no, that's where we're going to leave it, Nebo. Thank you very much for your time. One of the former students here at Fort Hare University, Nebo Lohwabe, saying that just for today, let's just set aside our differences and celebrate the 100 years of existence of Fort Hare University. Now, she has also mentioned some of the alumni from the university. Let us take a look at this insert detailing leaders such as our former president, Dr. Nelson Mandela, and the president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, and many, many more others.